Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking High Ground, where you get all your Fortnite collectible news. And check out FortniteCards.com if you need anything when it comes to Fortnite cards and comics. What's up, bro?
What's going on? Wow, we got 17 people here right when
Already,
we open.
already.
Let's
My
go.
goodness.
What's up, Dill, Richard, Jan?
What's up?
Welcome,
What's up,
welcome.
y'all?
It's Shark Dog.
Yeah. I felt that would be something of Pilly's personality.
I kind of like. I think we need to make that logo a little bit smaller.
Mhm.
You know, when it first comes in there. But yeah, it's a sweet intro.
What's
What's up,
good,
JT?
JT?
So you know how we always start off. Did you pick up anything?
uh, this week, let's see. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I did
We're
get
gonna get to
something though.
that.
Yeah. Or did you
Okay.
forget?
No, I didn't forget. You know, I
You
didn't
know,
forget. We'll get to
yeah,
that. But I have stuff I picked up.
yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have been looking on eBay and stuff, but we had that. I mean, we can jump right into the big sale.
Yes, we have to. We have to.
I'll have
Uh,
to
yeah, you pull that while Dylan's pulling that up. It's been a couple big crystal shard sales. Like we can't overlook that, especially because of a lot of the panic over the past couple months. And specifically, I know we're not the only ones that get DMs about the Fortnite card market and where the Fortnite card market stands and all of those things. So yeah, it's been some dope sales.
I forgot I did that. Yeah, so here's the Black Knight, Italy.
Yeah.
7,000. How do you feel? How do you feel? Is that
Uh
more than you thought?
it's healthy, slightly. I think that person got a deal. I will say that for a Italy 10,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a healthy sell for a down market and where the economy is right now. So you can never complain about a 7,000 plus sell. But I do think I did expect it to go a little bit higher. How
I mean,
about
I
you?
didn't I didn't have any expectations, but with this I have so almost all Italy shards have dropped dramatically.
Hmm.
Like a whole bunch of them have.
Yeah.
And this one going for this much, I mean, Peely did pretty well too.
Hmm.
Peely's been doing pretty well with Italy. So I don't know. I think this is pretty good. I think this gives strength. Like it should slow down some of these Italy like
Yeah.
sales that are too cheap. Like Gold Trooper, I
Hmm.
almost bought a Gold Trooper. If I didn't have like 5 or 6 Italy cracked dice,
Yeah.
one was up there for $100,
Yeah.
and I felt like that was a steal. Like
Yeah.
I feel like this is a strong price to make that sliding stop.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Daniel, what's up? Yeah, Shard. I felt it was a little bit lower than I expected, but for the buyer though, congratulations. I think you got it at a great price. I wouldn't be complaining about that for sure.
Some of the things I did pick up, besides talking about that, yeah, the Gold Trooper auction. That's what I was talking about. I thought that was super low. I bought a Mega for 120, a Series 2 USA Mega
Yeah,
for $120. I was like, I'm gonna rip this. After those Series 1 Megas, I was like, I have to hit something good, you know?
yeah.
And I hit the same shot I hit last time. So I'll throw it up there, hit
Yeah.
Metal Mouth. Which I mean, as a male
It's
skin, it's not
it's a dope
awful.
skin. It's a dope
Like I
skin.
think I think there's gonna be someone collecting this at some point.
Yeah.
And this is the back.
Yeah, that I think you did pretty
But
good, bro.
no, but for $120, that's trash. And then so like I've been watching this on eBay. Now this is like I'm always chasing the sweat skins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I found a skin that I actually like that no one is collecting. I don't
Hmm.
think, and I went ahead and bought it. It was only $50, and it was
Yeah.
graded.
Yeah.
So my favorite color is blue, and this joint was just kind of tight, and it was in the item shop. So it was in the item shop. I was like, I'm gonna try it out. I bought the skin. I tried it out in creative. I liked it.
Yeah.
It worked with my blue knight shield. So I was like, I'm gonna grab the cards. I grabbed it for
Yeah.
$50, and I'm actually really happy. So I'm gonna PC some of these.
Well, that's good that you got a card that you like from the promo set. That's always dope.
Yeah, because I've
Mhm.
always hated on the Series 2 promo set because
Yeah.
none of these. This is not a popular skin.
Hmm.
Like it's not popular. You never really see it. But it's not a bad skin. It's actually kind of tight, and
Yeah.
so I was like, I'm gonna start rocking that one. Well,
Yo,
Butcher, this is my second one in a row. My last Mega Box had this. It's
yeah.
2 in a row. So I don't know.
This one, Daniel. So I literally just seen this because I just watched Camp and Russia video probably like a couple hours ago. Did you hear about this post party yet?
I haven't. Like, so I don't know if you guys know. our YouTube has been a little quiet this week. My Instagram's been quiet. I've been working crazy late, so I haven't seen any Fortnite content. I haven't even played Fortnite this week.
Yeah. So Post Party it's a new app. Don't give me. I'm not gonna give you the rundown on it because I don't know too much about it. But all I know is that it's a new app that pretty much you can post your clips of your of your stream when you stream in Fortnite, or you can just download your clips on there as well. Maybe Daniel can give a better rundown on it, but it's an interesting rollout. I think it can be very interesting down the road and see how it kind of becomes a community type thing as time goes on.
That's
Mile
interesting.
high hashtag
He
stop
says
ripping.
hashtag stop ripping. So I'm like an addict, right? A gambling addict. It's like I can't stop. I'm gonna hit. It's like I feel like I've had so much bad luck ripping that it's coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can't stop until like there's nothing left. Vampire, between you and me, don't tell anybody else. You know that's what I was looking for.
Oh, but listen, yeah, I know how I feel about Zadie.
It's just
So
us two here, Vampire. I mean that's what I was looking for, but that's a
yeah.
secret, okay?
No,
Um,
that's out there. Zadie, that skin. You already know we talking that to the mountain.
Yeah, I don't have one and I want one and I was trying to hit it. No one's selling one except for
Hmm.
one for like $5,000, which is
Yeah.
out of this world. But so I'm still looking for that. I mean, I would have been happy with a bunch of Series 2 skins,
Yeah.
but you know, what can you do?
Sure.
Um
Bob said he's still trying to look up the definition of dichotomy.
so there's 23 people in here. So I do want to say we are giving away a Series 1 USA shard. Rob
Yes.
has them here.
Yep.
All right. With one Peely base, and then there's a
Yep.
USA shard. Okay.
Tinsel
This is
toes.
Series 1. This is for people who have never had a US Series 1 shard. So
Hmm.
you can look at it and have it in hand and see the difference between Series 1, Series 2, and Series 3.
Yeah.
This giveaway is only for those people who have not had one of these shards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And
if you
then
would like to, I think we also wanted you to be a subscriber. So if you haven't
yeah.
subscribed and you want to be in the contest, please subscribe.
And
Um,
and obviously we don't have to double check with anybody that's usually in this chat. We know who's who. This is just for any extra names that come in or anything like that. But if you are a part of this chat and you haven't subscribed already, we would highly appreciate that.
Yeah, 100%. But it's gonna be cool. So I don't know how we're doing that giveaway yet. But do
Yeah.
you know what time we're doing that giveaway?
We could do it. We could do it
A little
just before
later,
we bring on our
our
surprise
guest.
guest.
All
Yeah,
right. So
our
we have
surprise
two
guest.
surprise guests
Yeah,
tonight. So I told a couple people over Messenger this is gonna be a big episode.
yeah.
Some crazy stuff happened in the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big episode. Lots of crazy stuff has happened, and we're
Mm-hmm.
bringing two people in to talk about it. It's gonna be a big episode. I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah,
We're going to bring them on at 11 p.m.
yeah.
Okay,
So
JT, I
I'm not
call
hearing that.
lies.
Yeah, not hearing that. Now, and on top of that, the people that so the people that we're bringing on, we had to bring them on because there's no way that me and Dylan could explain this. It was
Yeah,
just one of
so
those. Yeah.
there's two things that we're going to be talking about today. There's something I discovered,
Mm-hmm.
completely different, and then these two guests fell upon something that you guys want to hear about, which overshadowed my news. I mean, last week I was like, I got some really good stuff to show you guys this week coming up, and then something happened in the middle of the week, and I was like, well, this is even more important. So
Yeah.
you guys got a lot of good content coming. So I'm
And
excited to see where that goes.
And
I
this is
really am.
it's a good branch to, as the high ground, taking high ground podcast grows. Uh, you know, big news like this and things like this is a hub to bring that here. This is the conversations that we can have. So we're glad to definitely bring this to the table.
And my big mega secret. So I'm a little nervous here. I don't know if this is gonna fall flat
It's gonna
or you're
fall.
gonna be
It's
super
gonna fall.
excited because anything Fortnite I get excited about.
I'm
So
like, bro, you had us wait a week for this. Dang,
yeah, I
no
know they're gonna be frying
way.
me up. They're gonna be looking for something else. We thought it was Aura. In fact, there's like nothing
Yo,
about Aura. Shake
no,
my
that's
head.
funny. But before we move on from like sales and stuff like that, there was two other sales. There was a what is his name? Pumpkin. I have the screenshot. Let me send it real quick while we're talking about it. But Sparkle Specialist, and then I think is what is that pumpkin skin name? I can never remember his name. Two other crystal shard cells that was amazing.
Pumpkin skin. You talking about
Yep.
the Halloween one?
Hollowhead. That's what it is. Couldn't think of that one.
No PSA 3 secrets. No.
There is a
I mean,
PSA 3 up for auction.
yeah, Hollowhead. I mean, Carter, what's up, bro? Oh, okay. What's up, Inky, bro? I might have to try out the app, but I just use what do you call it? OBS for my clips.
Yeah, they part. I think it a wrap that you get for from Fortnite from downloading it and using it. I can't remember what you get for it, but they got a little connection with that. I think it's gonna be great, honestly. All right, there you go.
So I don't have it with me. I actually bought some merch, JT, and I was so excited to be on the same level as Rob here. I was gonna wear some good Fortnite merch, and it got canceled.
That sucks, bro.
Yeah,
That sucks.
I was a little disappointed. I got the backpack though, and I actually used it this week, so
But
that was kind of cool.
the merch is one of out of all the collectibles that I've missed out on, all the auctions that I've lost. The thing that pisses me off the most is the Batman merch. The for the foundation and 0 point. Me only getting one piece from there is one of my biggest regrets.
So I think this is I think whoever. So I wanted this card.
Yeah, I like Sparkle Specialist a lot.
It's like, so a couple of people I play with have this skin. I'm like, why don't I have this skin?
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't play enough that season.
Yeah.
But $1,200 for a 10, a Sparkle Specialist is pretty good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Hollowhead, I don't know if Hollowhead's worth that, but maybe they need it for Master Set.
Well, see, once
I mean,
again,
it is a
Dylan,
10. It is a
but
10.
here's the thing that I think Dylan hasn't adapted yet. It's the aesthetic, bro. I'm trying to
No, I
tell
hear
you,
you.
but it's
I was
like,
talking about me personally. I don't know if
yeah,
Hollowhead is worth that.
I think Hollowhead card looks beautiful, man.
The
It reminds me of Deadfire in that aspect, like
Yeah.
that with the glowing eyes and all of that.
No, I get you.
Aesthetically is
Well,
yeah.
I always come from a game, like if it's not like me using it in game or me appreciating it in game,
Mm-hmm.
then it like goes out the window for me. So that's just like a fairly
Yeah,
personal
like
thing.
so yeah, like it's like for me, the game comes first, and then it's the appreciation of the beauty of the cards, the aesthetic of the cards. That just it gets me every time. It's some skins that I would probably never wear a game, but because of the way Series 1 looks, you
So
just gotta have
I
it.
mean, honestly, a PSA 10 USA Series 1 cracked dice,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it should demand at least 700, right?
yeah, yeah.
Is there any Series 1 card cracked dice that if it 10 wouldn't be worth 700?
Uh in my
Like, I want to
opinion,
find the floor. Where's the floor for a USA Series 1 PSA 10 shard?
PSA 10, that's good. I would say I guess that's a good question. I guess off the top of my head, I would say like 500, I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, so this thing like Patty Whacker,
Yeah,
500.
yeah, like a 500 seems like a good range, I guess.
I
Med
mean,
kit. Oh, med kit. What would you pay for the med
oof,
kit?
Med Kit. I actually like Med Kit better than Patty Whacker
I do
personally.
too. I do too.
Um, I don't know. I mean, not all guns are created equal. Med Kit
Yeah,
definitely is gonna
yeah,
be down there. I
yeah.
don't know if I would buy it. I don't know, 300.
Shard, is it really? It's 250 right now?
Yeah. See,
Oh,
I was close.
yeah.
Yeah, I said
That's
300, like maybe 250, 300. Yeah, I wouldn't buy one.
yeah.
What's up,
Yeah, like
JL?
I mean, like, cause like even like as much as we get on like a fly trap, like I still don't think like based off the set and the scarcity and rarity of it, I still
Mhm.
don't think it should be sold for cheap. You know what I
I don't
mean?
know. I
Like
mean, I wouldn't. I'd pay not to have a fly trap.
yeah, not like like having the set collectors and then the people that just want to shard. It's just I can't see it staying that way too long. Obviously, there's going to be a market dip here and there, but yeah,
Well, you know
I think
what?
500 is healthy.
I think almost any skin is gonna have someone who mains it.
Yeah,
Just about. Besides
very
fly
yeah,
trap, but like med kits.
yeah.
Does anybody like med kits?
I hate med kits.
They're 10 seconds to pull off. I
Like
mean, does
worst
anybody
case
even carry
scenario.
med kits? No. I mean, so like the skins, like there's maybe someone who mains it. Like someone may main Hollowhead, so he has potential at some point, but I don't know. Med kit's kind of out
What
there.
comes to your head when you think of the med kit? Like a moment in the game, like because for me, what
I
with
don't
the
know.
all I think about
69th
is
place.
no, I think about like, okay, after you got in a build battle and you're in the storm, you have no more meds left because you was fighting in the storm. and then it's like 14. You got 14 ticks left, and you find a med kit, and you pull it off in that time.
No, my thing
I'm good
is,
with that.
it brings me back to like me playing so badly that I'm in Storm having to use a med kit. That's like,
Listen, that's it depends on the situation. You know what I mean? If you're in a proper, because especially like if you get pushed in arenas and you gotta rotate out, yeah, it gets interesting real
sorry,
quick.
Knox said he just paid 400 for a med kit 10, so we need to F off.
No, listen, that Bashard, listen, set collectors, all of that is all gonna matter.
Oh yeah, med spray. Like med spray is way better. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
never liked white heels until med spray came out. It's just like
Oh yeah, the med
that one's
spray is
actually useful.
iconic.
Yeah, that one's not going away, I hope.
But also, we have to factor in that the med kit is a part of series one, which is was homage to chapter one. So I mean, when you think of med kits back then, I still hated them, but at least it has that for it.
Poor me,
Yeah,
they said
Richard.
you overpaid.
Yeah, Richard. I don't know how you still carry med kits, bro. That is no way. It's
I mean,
no
I'd
way.
rather carry a hammer than a med kit.
Yeah, like
Just
it's
hammer over to some berries.
yeah.
Yo, what's up, aka Bog?
What's
You
up?
want
What's
to
up?
stick around for sure. Aka Bog, you want to stick around. And I don't know what
Yo,
time we're gonna be doing that, but
we
you
could.
want to stick around.
Your call. Your call.
But no, I mean, I ain't about the med kits. I'm just
Yeah.
not.
So this is kind of a precursor to what we're gonna get into, but I was watching a video on don't get on me on the details, y'all, but DC rolled out DC has a new person, I'm gonna just say person, running the next wave of movies, and somebody made a video saying that they should get back to their cartoons because DC cartoons used to be, top tier. And
Oh,
it
like
got
Teen
me.
Titans and stuff.
Yeah, like all pretty much
Mm-hmm.
they were grouping on
Oh,
like all
Batman
the
Beyond.
yeah, exactly. So they were talking about DC cartoons, and I was like, it's very interesting though, because I think animation wise, DC could really do a lot with Fortnite when it comes to tying it with the comics, but it also being completely animated. So you know how he was talking about
Mm-hmm.
live action. I think live action could eventually happen with like a Marvel or something. But if they really wanted to shake some stuff up, I could see them doing some animation style with DC. Don't know what I think about it fully, but I think I am.
I mean, I don't
I
know. I don't even know if they would need DC though.
They don't need DC, but they can
Yeah,
use DC. Like that's what I mean. That they don't need anybody. You know what I mean? That's the
yeah,
thing about Fortnite. They don't need anybody. They don't. But the way they look at collaborations and building their IP, I think it would be dope to do.
because I mean, so when I was making shorts for the YouTube for Fortnite and stuff, I was going back and looking at some old footage and stuff,
Yeah,
and there's a couple of scenes where they actually have talking and actual animation,
yeah,
and I was like into it. Like I was
yeah,
like, this could be a show.
hmm
So like I'd be fine if they went to the animated side.
yeah.
Um, and then in the future, because like
Like
all those like Marvel stuff were first like animated stuff, and then
exactly.
in the future bring it out as live action. I'd
Yep,
be cool with that. I
for
just want
sure.
some kind of like content, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, and then if you think about the stuff that we seen with like the Midas trailer and the snippet, the short, if you see those things, like they have a lot of potential to do a lot of different animation styles as well. Like you for a game like Fortnite that has such a specific animation style, they are not scared to play with other animation styles along the way.
Yeah, that's true. I did hear a rumor. Now I've told a couple people about this rumor, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so what?" Um, but I'm just gonna share it with you guys. It's basically I heard that Panini and Fanatics have been having conversations on off,
Yeah.
trying to work on a deal.
Yeah.
I heard this rumor from somebody that works with Panini.
hmm
So it's
Yeah.
nothing
That
major. It's just that apparently they keep having conversations. So it sounds like Fanatics wants to buy
yeah.
Panini, but they can't come to an agreement yet.
Yeah,
Um,
that's been in a rumor mill for about a couple months.
yeah,
It's but to your point, the fact that from the person that how it got to you, the
hmm
fact that that extended crowd that's not really searching high and low for like cards knows about this, even if they're
yeah,
connected to Panini, is very interesting because I think it's very important for us as a community to kind of keep our ear to the floor when it comes to that.
yeah. And I was actually searching for Epic Games employees today. Like,
Yeah,
I want to try to get in contact with someone from licensing.
yeah,
Like, I want to find out more. Like, what are we doing here? Like, are we
yeah.
getting some more cards? When are we getting them? Is it Fanatics? Like, what are we doing?
And then it was also that comment in the Facebook group. that was talking about something along that lines when it comes to like series 4 and
Yeah, I think
why.
we talked
Yeah,
about that last week, I
did we?
think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So those type of things, all of that is very interesting because we don't know. It may be 2 to 3 years before we get series 4, or maybe something named something different. We just don't know.
So, Shard, I don't know if you were here last week, but or you may have missed this. Last week we were talking about it in the group. Someone posted a conversation that they had with Panini, and basically Panini only had a 3-year contract, which was a rumor we've heard, and I've repeated for the last 3 years, right?
Hmm.
So that's nothing new. Um, so we haven't heard if Series 4 is coming out. It doesn't sound like they renewed it, and since they weren't putting codes into the cards, I have a suspicion that that Panini and Epic Games made the deal for 3 years,
Hmm.
and then they lost it, and then Panini was like, I mean, Epic Games was probably like, no, we're not going to redo it with them. Don't do codes. Don't do all this because we're going to push it for the next people who pick up the cards.
Hmm.
Like, don't advertise. Don't do any of that kind of stuff. Maybe that's why, but that's just me trying to guess at what they were doing
Yeah,
because I don't know why they're not using codes. It's such an easy money grab, if you could say, because people will
yeah,
be all over it.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's that could be a thing as well. I think I think it's a lot of different
Oh, this
variables
plays,
that's going
guys.
into this. Yeah.
This plays right into what I'm about to show you guys here. So I remember when the Magic cards came out. I remember asking, I was like, "Are these like under the same contract?"
Hmm.
And maybe they weren't,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how the trading card contracts exactly work, but the Magic the Gathering came out after Series 3, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
So, I mean, maybe that's because the contract went off. Well, I found something else recently, and I don't think this is exactly connected to Epic Games. I'm going to share it here. I wonder if anybody else has found these yet. I don't know which one I'm going to share. So, I'm nervous. I hope you guys like this. So, as you know, there's the 0 Point comics. I'm sure you guys
Hmm.
have seen them. In Peru, DC has released licensed Fortnite cards, 8 of them inside of a DC Comics card box. So there's 8 cards. I'll show the first one, and they're cracked ice Fortnite. So this is 0 Point number 1. This is the same cover as the monofoil. So they took some of the 0 Point covers and made them into cards and made them special hits out of this set. There's 8 Fortnite cards and there's like 200 cards in the set. So like 200 DC cards. 8 of
Yeah.
them are Fortnite. Fortnites are the only ones that are cracked ice. So that's the first one. I have all of them here to show you guys. I knew you knew it, JT. As soon as you say anything, I said, if anybody's going to know this, this is JT.
AKA
All right,
Baldo.
so here we go. This is another one of my favorite ones. So if you guys don't know,
That
this
was,
was the cover used for the 1 out of 150s.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to keep going through some of these. All right, this is
Shark
another
said I'm
one.
buying all these and burning them.
So here's another one of my favorites. This is the page of Renegade Raider. So I don't know if you
Dang,
can
I'm
see
trying to.
her.
Can I get? Oh, hold on. No, it's not gonna
She's
do
in
it.
the top left. So if you know that, if you read the comics, you can
Yeah,
see her in the top left there. That's Renegade Raider. I'm gonna keep going through some of these.
because. Yeah, I actually do think one has moisty on it, Richard.
Here we go with the fish sticks. Like I said, there's only 8 of them, and they're all cracked ice. They're the only cracked ice out of the set, and they're DKV Peru. And I'll show you the back. Like, this is what the back looks like. And it doesn't say Epic Games on there. It just says DC. So I guess DC owns the rights to these covers, not
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Mm-hmm. Hit Donald Mustard cover wasn't on any of these.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, is that a repeat? I show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I might be. Oh, here's the other one.
Shard is funny.
And then this is the one also has Renegade Raider in the middle.
Yeah.
Sorry for the blurriness. I wasn't. And the cool thing about these cards is that they remind me of like the sports, like the
Atomic
because like if you look at
refractor.
like like the sports, the old ones, the atomic refractors, that's what kind of reminds me of. You see a lot of the shard.
Hmm.
And the one with the moisty. Let me look through here see if any of these have moisty on it. I don't think
Can
so.
you let me see? Can you send a link? Shar said
Oh
like
yeah, you
he's
know
looking
what?
at
I
one.
forgot.
Yeah.
I was putting these up on the website for you
So
guys.
while Dylan's talking about that, this is the atomic refractor print, y'all. This is the exact this is the pretty much the exact same one from the 90s atomic refractors. Uh these cards are beautiful, yo. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And the atomic refractor is different because y'all know when you lay down like a crystal shard or a cracked ice from Panini, like if you lay it straight down, you really can't see the shards as much. With these, it pops just the same. These are absolutely beautiful.
So
Yeah,
real
go
quick,
ahead,
I,
Dylan.
I like what
Yeah.
JT said here. I wanted to say this too. Okay, so I bought so many boxes to rip these. All right, so now so there's 30 people in here. I'm going to be listing some mine on eBay, just so you guys know, full clarity. So the way I'm listing mine that I want is, let me take these off the screen for a second. This one, the 0 point cover, I value one this the most. So I ripped a lot of boxes and I can't figure out the rarity, but if you get a box off eBay, you can get anywhere between 2 to 3, maybe 2 to 4 of the Fortnite ones per box.
Mhm.
But like when I pulled it, like I pulled like this one, like I pulled like I opened up 10 boxes. I only got this card.
Yeah.
So like I opened up a lot of boxes to get all of them. So if you're only interested in like completing the set, then I would try to find singles at a decent price. I'm not selling mine for too cheap, but I bought some for like $17. I'm listing mine. You guys know 33 people in here. I'm listing mine between 25 and 50. So like the 0 point is gonna be 50, and then the one of 150 cover can be around that range. Everything else is gonna be in like the 30s or so for me. You can find them for like maybe like 18 to 20 bucks, but I don't think they're not rare as Series 1 cracked ice, Series 2 cracked ice. And I don't know how many boxes they have. The website at DKV says they're limited edition. So take that for what it's
And
worth. I don't know how many boxes are out there. There's only one seller selling a whole bunch of boxes, but
can
he's selling like 20 boxes for like comes out to like $500 with shipping. Um, so think about it how you want to approach it. You can buy for like 200 something. I think you get a complete set, and they have a whole bunch of Batman cards on there. So that's just full awareness. But that's how I'm pricing mine. I only got 4 of the 0 point number 1s.
so
So
can you put the actual box name
yeah,
like
yeah,
how you
yeah.
can in the comment section so they can look it up, because I'm not gonna lie, when I first found out about these, it was
So I'm
so
so
hard to
I'm
find.
going to be listing mine. I think I have mine scheduled to list, and I'm listing mine as like Fortnite 0 point cracked ice. But if you want to search for the DKV, I'm gonna post a link here. eBay. 'Cause it was hard to find. 1 second.
Nick, what's
See,
good? What's good?
so this is like for our community, so you you guys can get it cheaper. I don't want anybody spending what they don't have to, so I just put this in this title here.
Try dichotomy. For
2022 DKV Peru DC Comic Batman cards collector. So it's a Peru, and this one had 20 sealed boxes. So I bought that for like 450 or so. That came with 20 boxes, so you can get a good amount from there if you're willing to spend that much, right? But if you only want like
yeah.
one specific one, like if I was going to pick one for you to get, if I was going to pick one for you to get, it would be like 0 point 0.1 to go with the monofoil and any Renegade Raider. Those are the ones that I'm collecting and that I'm going to be selling. I'm also going to be grading some, and let me see if I can find one. I think grading wise, and Shardnock, you're an expert on this. The corners are not bad, like reloaded, but a lot of the cards do have like surface scratches, and it's kind of hard to tell because there's so much cracked ice on there. But some of them have like what looks like they were scraped. So I don't know how hard it is to get a 10, but I'm gonna be sending mine to SGC at some point. And the other thing I wanted to show before I forget is the size. All right,
Yeah.
so here's a Fortnite Optichrome. They look identical here,
Yeah.
but the uh, the comic cards are actually a tad bit taller and a tad bit less wide.
Yeah.
So
So
feel free to ask
so
any questions. I want to give
bef-
you guys as much information as we can as subscribers and
oh my
watching. You
bad.
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, if I were
Sorry
you
about that.
guys, I'd do what I would do and try to buy some boxes. Do not buy a box for $50 though, just one box. So like when I bought my boxes, I got them for like I think I averaged like $24 a box but I had to buy 20 of them.
Hmm.
So just keep that in mind. The first ones I bought, I cleaned off eBay. Like they were 20 bucks a card, and I just bought each one.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know how to list them. He was actually listing some of the other special hits that weren't Fortnite for like $100.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling they may go up in price once he finds out like people are going to be looking for them.
So before we transition and talking about this more, Nick is in here, so we have to congratulate him for winning the draft. I
Let's
mean,
go. Let's
his
go. He
I mean
cheated though.
his
He cheated though. He
dang
posted a
Nick.
he picked $1 million card. I mean,
Yo, Nick hit it out the park on there. So the next draft and the next thing we do is gonna be fun as well. Shout out to Nick. He pulled that through easy. I think he won every round by at least bare minimum 50%. So shout out to you, bro. He
yo,
didn't. These
I'm
are
getting
not.
messages here
This is not investment advice. On my end, I
for
would
what?
not. I for these cards.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is never investment advice. When I saw these, I instantly bought these because I wanted them. But I'm a comic guy for the Fortnite comics, so like I'm not saying these prices are going to go up. This is kind of like the Korokoro thing. We don't know the print run, and it wasn't
Yeah,
that hard to pull. You know what I
Daniel,
mean? It
what's
was a
up?
lot of packs. It was a lot of packs to open. I opened over 500 packs, but they weren't as expensive, right? So I don't know. I mean, if the comics pull off big, yeah, they would look better in SGC Slab. I'm just saying but I'm sending mine because it's gonna be like I want to see how they do.
Hmm.
Like if I just send that PSA, it's gonna be like 60 days at
Hmm.
least, and I want to see like how these grade. So
Yeah,
maybe if it's not back next week, maybe the week after that, we can see how they grade. Um, I think the surface is going to be an issue.
yeah,
I really do. Um, so I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they're really cool. I mean, there's only 8 of them, right?
Somebody asked also. I said I think it was. Hold on, it was there. I called it the atomic refractor. So if you know the '90s insert atomic refractor, this is that print for that. So this is like it's almost identical. So
They look
yeah,
a
that.
lot better than Italy shards. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, like this. I'm not gonna lie, like this print is pretty dope. It's pretty dope, and I think they're unique because when you lay them flat, you still get to see the shard or the cracked ice pattern, the atomic. This feels more atomic refractor to me, but they called these. What did they call them? They called them Prism. Is the exact name for these? Did they call them? I can't remember what they called them.
Um, who the DKB people?
Yeah,
I don't know. It wasn't in English, so
yeah. It was very.
I'm not sure what they called them.
First of all,
But
I gotta tell my boy Eduardo about this because I know that he would thoroughly enjoy the that this is mainly Hispanic. Like when you look at the content, it's mainly Hispanic, and I think if y'all don't know that Eduardo does both. He does English and Spanish on his channel, so I think this would be dope for him as well, especially as a Fortnite collector to have that in our community. I think that would be dope.
so we got 34 people here, and I want to reiterate like how much are these? We don't know how many of these are printed, how many boxes are printed. It said limited edition on the site.
Yeah,
Um, so I mean they're made in Peru. They're very cool. There's only 8 of them, so I kind of want to talk about like rarity and stuff.
yeah,
So for Fortnite cracked ice, right? Like let's say series 3, there's so
yeah.
many different skins,
Hmm.
right? And so like that has to affect the price. For these, there's only 8 cards.
Right. It's
And
an
although
insert, a literal insert.
it's literally an insert, and so like out of 25 packs, you have a chance to pull 5. So 2
Yeah.
to 5 out of 25 packs. And so the question is like, with only 8, there's gonna be more people wanting to collect them. I feel like, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because they're not gonna be chasing like me. I only chase like 20 or so skins per series, but
Mhm.
this one I'm gonna get all 8, right?
Yeah.
So it seems like whoever chases is gonna win all 8. I feel like.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means for the price and for like the chase. So just something to think about.
S- So when Dylan sent this to me, because Dylan sent this to me during the day, when he sent it to me, I honestly thought it was another comic book
Cover.
ratio variant. So I'm like, all right, this is dope. And then I seen that it was a card. I was like, okay, this is kind of crazy because once again, which we didn't talk about too much, Dylan, is that it's seeming that Fortnite is becoming a little bit more free game, and how the
Hmm.
licensings work. That I think that they can get a lot of companies can get creative of how they approach Fortnite when it comes to licensing cards. If they really wanted to, maybe Fortnite will stay a free agent. Don't know what the case may be. But this was very interesting seeing this because obviously, like Dylan said, we had the Magic together, and now we have this. It's gonna be interesting to see what kind of takes place over the next couple years.
And I would have to say, out of all the non-Panini Fortnite collectibles, this is my favorite.
Yeah.
I like this more than the core ones. I like this more than
Yes.
the Magic the
Agreed.
Gathering. But like I collect the comics too. So like getting the 0 point card in a 10 is gonna be something I'm gonna be chasing. Um, Again, I don't know how hard that's gonna be. I mean, I'm hoping they can grade it to be honest, because it's a little bit bigger. But
Yeah.
oh yeah, see, so once I found these JT, I started searching. JT says Marvel has a lot more Fortnite covers.
Hmm.
I started searching and say, "Hey, Marvel." I started searching for Marvel ones. Like the Blaze one would be dope.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I love me. I want because series one and series two is so dope when it comes to the Crystal Shard and Cracked Ice. If we happen to see PMGs of Fortnite, I might lose my mind. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. If that ever happens, especially if they spin it in a way with Marvel and things like that, that would be pretty dope. Crystal Shard is number one in my books always, no matter what the parallel is. But I would love to see PMG. I mean, it's kind of free game to talk about what could possibly happen at this point, especially if it was a 3-year contract, like we all kind of feel it is at this very moment. So that would be interesting.
So I will say, famous. Not everyone likes this design. So they literally overlaid the shards so much on it that
Yeah,
like it's like you see shard, right?
yeah,
And I like it. I think it's cool. It's different. But I like the old sports, and that's how the old sports atomic ones were.
yeah.
It's like you barely see the image behind it. You see all this crazy shards and stuff.
Hmm.
So I like that, but not everyone is going to like that. I just know when I saw these, I instantly was like buying. Then was like, let me hit up Rob
Yeah,
and show him. So
yeah.
I was like, I just thought they were really really cool.
And it and
And go ahead.
I didn't at first. I didn't know. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know if they was real or fake. I didn't know what you were showing me. Like I was so confused. Like I'm like I don't know what this
That's
is.
how I felt.
Yeah, and then obviously once you look into it, it was very interesting. Yeah,
This is
yeah,
the size comparison. They're pretty much the same size, just a tiny bit taller shard and a little bit less wide.
they might be 5 to 7. Honestly, Shard, it might be. This is cause let me see, where was it at? I just missed it.
So what do you mean by 5 by 7 for the size? I don't think
Yeah,
so. I definitely
no,
don't
this is
think that.
smaller. No, this is like a
It's just like
might
a
be.
regular. It's just like a regular like Fortnite card. It's barely bigger. It's barely bigger.
Wait, what's barely bigger?
The Batman ones are a tiny bit taller.
Yes, and the width is short. Is the width is
Yep.
obviously more narrow.
So
Yeah.
I reached out to SGC. They said send it in. We'll see what we can do. So I'm gonna send mine to SGC. I reached out to PSA and they said we'll get back to you in 15 days. I'm not
Hmm.
even kidding. I sent an email. They said get back to you in 15 days.
I don't
Oh, okay,
blame
cool.
them, bro. You gotta cover your bases. All this stuff that be going on, I don't take your 15 days, bro.
No, so I don't know if you guys know this. Is Dill I am in here? So I sent my Fortnite ticket to PSA, and I've been waiting for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys know how I feel about PSA. It's like I'm off again, I'm on again. It's like me. It's like Panini and Fanatics. That's how it is with me and PSA. And so I've been waiting 6 months for my ticket, and then I noticed I was checking it. I noticed the description said no grade,
Mm-hmm.
And I called and it said that was in the description. So I called them and said, this is probably because they couldn't find enough information on it. I told the lady, no, I have a friend that has a graded ticket. I can give you the cert number and all the information. She goes, no, we don't do that. We don't talk to those people and they don't
Mm-hmm.
talk to us. I said, but I have the cert numbers. You can get the information. She goes, no, it has to go through the entire process, get shipped back to you. Then you can resubmit it again. When I tell you, like, I almost lost it, I said, okay, thank you. And
So,
I just hung up. So
so I said this to Dylan. Dylan's clearly mad about this, but in their defense, once again, the only person that graded a ticket is Black Ash, right?
I don't care
Black
about that.
Ash,
I respect that. I
yeah,
respect that. They couldn't find the information, that's fine.
yeah.
But I told them, I said, I have the cert number that has the information you said you don't have.
It's
And
still,
she
but
says, too bad. I'm shipping it back to you.
yeah,
Come on.
I think, but you have to. The thing is, it is risky. That's why I feel like for obviously I have one. I'm only doing that in person. When that time is only getting graded in
Yeah,
person, so you can
hindsight's
tell me.
2020. I'm only doing it in person too
But
because they don't
but
take it.
but I'm
It said
only
do better, Dylan.
listen, listen. It just I told Dylan, I'm like Randy graded it in person. That and I think that conversation that they were able to have kind of gave them the confidence to grade it. And Dylan is leaving one factor out as well.
What am
Dylan
I
tried
leaving
to get
out?
a grade on it. Randy got it authenticated, so it was just authenticated. Dylan tried to get it authentic, and he wanted a PSA 10 or whatever grade he would get. So that makes it changes it a little bit because it adds a little bit more value to it if you were to pull off a PSA 10. So I think they were just covering their bases, but I feel
I
your
don't
pain,
know.
bro.
I
I
feel
feel you.
like,
I
man, we
feel
get
you.
too many tickets to grade. I don't even know what this is. Let's just send it back. That's what happened.
Can we confirm Dill filled the form out correctly?
Thanks, Shard. Not. I mean, I told her I had the certain. I don't know. I don't know what y'all want from me.
Yeah, Dill, show them the back of the Peru cards.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I don't have it on screen, but I'm gonna show it up here.
can you give Nick a summary real quick on them again?
All right. Yeah. So these were made in Peru. There's
Here, hold
8
on.
Fortnite cards, Nick. The Batman set had 200 Batman cards from comics, and 8 of them are the Fortnite comics. Here's the back of it. It'll tell you which comic it came from. These are the special hits. There's 18 special hits, guys.
Yeah.
Only 8 of the special hits are Fortnite, and I think
Mhm.
5 special hits per pack. I mean, not per pack, per box.
Per box. Yeah.
So there is a chance you don't hit any Fortnite if you get a box, but 8 out of 18 you probably will hit one because you get 5 shots at it, right?
Yeah.
So not like ultra rare, but in the Batman set they're pretty rare, right?
Yeah.
In regards, I mean, I can show you some of the other special hits.
And while he's doing that, to what they were opening, if you go on YouTube after this and you see the people that were opening the packs, like Dylan said, you could get anywhere from on average 1 to 3 in a box, and in one pack you could get 2 at a time. So at first I'm like, oh, it's going to be a lot of these are
Not
going to
one
be
pack,
heavily
one
populated.
box. You can get 2.
But no, and yeah, like in one pack, I seen a couple people pull one pack and they pulled 2 cards out of that pack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
I
it,
mean, but that I think that was lucky. That was like a because this is a small company,
yeah,
so that one got
exactly.
double printed. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, so I'll show you some of the special cards that aren't Fortnite. So like, here's a 3D Batman. Someone has that listed for 100. Here's another special card you can hit that's not Fortnite. It's
Yeah,
Batman. So like,
hold on.
and then here are some regular cards.
There you go.
These are like regular Batman cards.
Hmm.
So I mean, that's how it works. I think it's cheaper if the guy keeps the price how they are. The guy's selling 20 boxes right now is
Hmm.
selling them at the price that the website is selling them.
Hmm.
He hasn't marked them up at all. So I don't know if he just must be getting a really big wholesale deal. But
Yeah.
like, I went to the DKV website
Hmm.
and I converted it away from, I think it's called Sol, whatever their currency is,
Hmm.
and pretty much he's selling them for what they're selling for, just about. If you buy wholesale,
Yeah.
I mean, buy like 20 boxes at a time. I think I saw one box on there for like $50, but that was kind of
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
Um,
And this was like, you can, I know you watched a lot of the YouTube videos as well. I watched them, the box breaks, and it seems as though this is a very niche. Like, obviously, it's a small company, but even the collectors of it, it seems very niche. So, I was very interested in like kind of what they put aside, and obviously, when you open these when you open this box and these packs, the Fortnite cards stand out completely. Like it's just like
Oh yeah. So Fortnite's the only
yeah,
ones that are cracked ice.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
nothing else is hollow. Nothing else is shiny. Well, I mean, these are kind of shiny.
yeah,
Oh, they're really shiny. They're not. They're just like it's not rainbow. I don't know why it went rainbow on the screen.
yeah,
That must be my computer screen.
yeah. I think it's your computer screen.
Yeah, yeah. Just like he said, famous. When you're pulling them, like I don't know how the company prints it. It's a small company, trading card
Yeah,
company. Like you can pull doubles of the Batman ones. Like oh look, so
yeah,
like there's two right there.
right.
It's almost like but I didn't really pull any doubles in a
Hmm.
pack of the
Yeah,
shiny ones. I think that video that guy got lucky on that one.
possibly, but it did happen. So yeah,
No, yeah,
and it's like yeah,
that's showing it can happen
yeah,
because they do it to the
exactly.
base cards too.
Yeah, yeah. So, and like Dylan said, it's a small company, so those missteps might happen here and there, and you might get
Hmm.
lucky, or you might strike out completely. It's one of those companies that's just small, and I don't know if you would consider them a up and coming company, or are they just a small company in general. I don't know too much about them, uh, in general. Maybe somebody else do, but I like them a lot, bro. I like the cards a lot. I really do.
I do too. And like I said, the site says limited edition. I don't
Hmm.
know how true that is. I
Yeah.
don't know if they're just gonna keep printing them. But man, it's cool.
Yeah. And I think that is one of those things that they're just gonna look good with your collection. It's one of those
Oh
like
yeah,
when you lay
graded.
it out, the cards are beautiful. I can't wait
I
to see
think the
them
same
graded.
thing for Renegade Rate, like the reloaded Renegade Raider tins could
Hmm.
have price. These could like this one could if it's the only 10,
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just don't know how it's gonna grade yet. That's what I have to
Yeah.
look into. Um yeah, I don't know. Dill, what
Yeah.
I'm doing is when I get my ticket back, is I'm actually going to the National, so whoever's going, we can meet up.
Hmm.
I think Wayne's going, Black Ash is going, but we could do a Fortnite meetup. That would be cool. I'm taking my ticket and I'm gonna go in person because
There
that's a
you go.
PC item for me. Like I'm not trying to flip it or anything. I just want it
Mhm.
graded so I can
Yeah.
display it. Um, so I
With
will be
those,
going to the National.
like because like even with those, like when I seen that, I kind of go based off of what the first at bat does usually. Like and
Yeah,
seeing that, when Randy even got his cards that his signed cards graded, I'm like, okay, then I'm just not even gonna play around with this. Cause in Dylan's defense, PSA gets weird at times. So I was just like, screw that. I would just have to do it in person if I ever want to do that.
it, it's it's it's
National.
it's the National. It's a sport.
No,
I don't want.
I think okay. I thought it was the
No,
Joker. They
no.
put the S at the end of it.
So, National is it's like a sports card convention. It's like the top sports card convention every year.
Hmm.
And they do other cards too. Like I have never been to one myself, but I know a lot about it. They do sports. I think they have some Pokemon probably there.
Yeah, sports is the main. Sports is the main
Sports is
thing,
the main.
but it's the biggest convention you can have for cards, and it's everything. You'll see everything
PSA,
there.
SGC, they all get boosts there.
Hmm.
BGS gets boosts, and you can actually submit your cards in person.
Hmm.
And so I'm gonna do my ticket there.
Yeah, JT. I thought that's what Daniel was
Hey,
getting at the first time.
I'm from Washington. Don't be like that.
No, it's because you put the S at the end of like instead of for national, you said nationals, and
No,
it's
I
like
was
a
reading what he said. He said it.
no. I know he's saying that because you
Oh,
said it the first time. It's like a meme that they
I
do
get
with
you. I
when
get
it
you. I
comes to
get you.
that.
I got
Yeah,
you.
but
Yeah, Pokemon and Fortnite are
yep,
there. Yep. Yeah, I
yeah.
can
So
imagine. I
yeah.
mean, Fortnite's been blowing up. Pokemon's
Yeah,
been blowing up.
I definitely think on the Fortnite side is going to be a lot different than the past couple years when it comes to what's available for Fortnite cards. And obviously with people going, it's gonna change a lot as well. But yes,
I
it is
mean,
mostly
I
sports.
kind of just want to go and I'm gonna take some Fortnite cards. Hopefully, we can meet up with some people. But now I have to go to grade my freaking ticket. You know,
Yeah, should have did that the first time, but yeah, I feel you.
how can I do that? I didn't. It was like a year away. What is? I
You gotta
mean,
you gotta wait it out. Like first of all, as much as you
yeah, Daniel, it's in
dislike
Chicago.
PSA for the most part, I'm surprised that you did that. I am. I was surprised that you did that when you sent that in.
But where
'Cause-
I actually asked SGC and they said we don't
Yeah,
grade tickets.
yeah, I
So
know.
what was I supposed to do?
Wait.
No, I mean they have an online system. It's easy to Google.
Hmm.
It's like, come on, I'm paying money.
Well,
Why can't you just like you have my email, you have all this stuff. Your order has been put on hold until you provide the information. How hard is that?
You know what originally made me hesitate? That's probably separate from that. Like I get you, but you know what originally made me hesitate is because kids don't write in cursive anymore, and Bogus is like in like when it's not in cursive, it's not a signature. So I was like, I don't know if they're gonna act weird about that. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna chill out and just wait on this one because with things like that, like is his name. He does not isn't like not a signature auto at all. So I was like, they'll probably be a little weird about this.
I still think they should have reached out. This is funny. My wife, I already told my wife, and she's gonna come with me. So my wife and kids are coming. They're gonna chill out in the hotel.
Family event.
Yeah, you gotta bring them with you sometimes. I believe it's
That's JL. That's the one I'm waiting for. That Denmark one is the one. That's the one right there.
is anybody going to Denmark?
Yeah,
I
that
can't take my whole family to Denmark, so I told my
no.
wife I'm not gonna go to Denmark, but I do want to go to the national, and so
Yeah.
that's kind of like where we
Yes.
decided.
So national's still up in the air for me only because I am gonna be out of I'm literally gonna be in Orlando. I would technically be coming back the day that it starts. So technically I still could go, but I have to figure this out exactly how I'm gonna do it. But
I
I
think it's near the same date actually. Aren't they both in July? Denmark and the national.
I don't know if a date dropped yet. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't think I don't think a date dropped exactly yet. Don't quote me on that. I haven't
The
seen
national is
anything.
late July though, I believe.
Yeah, because I think it's the four. Well, it's three. I'm almost positive Denmark will probably be in October or November. I would assume.
Um, so we got 8 minutes. We've got 33 people in here, so
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
still
let me
gonna do
see.
the we're still gonna do the giveaway. For those who have never had a USA One Series One Shard, I know I posted in the Facebook group. We're gonna do that giveaway. I don't know how
Yeah.
you want to do it. If you want people to message that they're in it.
Yeah, because
So
I mean, so the Pilly is pretty much because you have the people for the Crystal Shard, right? I'm gonna see if I have anybody else that asked in the DMs or said that they don't have one. Let's
So
see.
I told them to come to the show. So I mean, I have all these people that were here that had commented in the Facebook group. I don't know who's
Oh,
seen it.
yep.
If I wasn't so busy, if I wasn't so busy this week, I would have had more names to like keep up with.
There you go. Okay, so we got one more. I'll add it when we get to that. I have one we have to add.
So I'm gonna throw these back up on the stream for other people who have not seen it. But we are getting to the bigger news. My news is gonna get foreshadowed. So as cool as these are, in my opinion, there's some other stuff coming up
Yeah.
that you guys are probably gonna like even more. What do you like more? Do you like these more, or do you like what's coming up more?
Uh, what's coming up more is more interesting.
More
But
interesting.
I mean, as a collector, I love it's hard to even pick, but what's coming up is pretty interesting. Now, mind you, me and Dylan are the host of this. This story, this conversation is being given. We are the news barrier. We're
We're
bringing
the
this to y'all.
channel, right?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
channeling these two guests that are coming on. All
Hmm.
right. So this is not us. Are you setting them up to get in
I'm trying
here?
to. Yeah, I'm sending them
Okay.
the link.
Appreciate
You
that,
might be
Jo.
Dylan. Are you connected to Messenger on here?
What do you mean?
With the invite on StreamYard. Because I usually let me see. Let me see. All right. All right. Yeah. So, Dylan, you can keep talking. I'm gonna just get this messages to them real quick.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at all these messages. Everyone's interested in some of these cards. All right, thanks, Jan. You don't have one. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do this giveaway for the people who don't. If you do not have a USA shard, please comment here. You should be subscribing to us. You can't subscribe if you don't have a YouTube account, so you can't be entered. And if you have a YouTube account, you can comment. So please comment that you do not have a USA shard, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. I'm gonna actually start taking notes on that now.
Oh yeah, I know what to do.
Let's see.
There you go.
I really want to get someone a USA shard that's never had one.
Yeah.
Thanks to the donor, this is possible. These are not our cards. Someone donated this to you guys.
Yes.
So we're very appreciative of that.
We appreciate that a lot.
Just S1, Daniel. If you've never had a Series 1 USA shard, you can enter. So not Series 2, Series 3, but just Series 1 USA. Because those are pretty hard to come by. So we wanted to share the love. So we got Chan. Daniel. Are you saying you don't have one, Daniel?
All right.
Wait,
So if I sell all mine at this very moment for $1 a piece, can I? Yeah, Richard, go ahead. Sell your cards for $1 at this moment.
Augie doesn't have a USA shard.
Famous.
I was surprised how many people don't have one.
Famous. You can be entered into this if you only have Italy and Brazil.
Yeah, this is USA.
Yep.
So if you only have Italy and Brazil, that's fine. You can enter.
So Dylan, you adding the names, right? Do
as they come in, yeah.
Yep. Dude, his name is funny. Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan.
V Daniel. Milk Out Turtle does not have a Series 1 USA shard. So
yeah,
if
man.
you guys haven't yet, if you guys have not yet been to the website, there's a quick little thing here. We have all the checklist here for you guys with pictures, so please use it, and so that we do better than everybody else out there. But also go to the community page. We have a Facebook community that we're building. We have not opened the doors yet, but this is going to be for the channel because I want to have a good way for the giveaways for you to all to message and get updated. So this is not for buying and selling. Keep using the buying and selling Facebook group. I'm not trying to take away from them. This would just be for the high ground community, for giveaways, for meetups and stuff like that. So if you're interested in joining that community, please go to that link under the community tab and hit join. We have not let anybody in yet. We want to get enough people in there first before we start doing that.
So yeah, and Shar said he loves how this is a genuine morality test right now. Yeah, this really is. This really is.
Wait,
Bill said he smelled cap.
You smell cap on what?
No, he's talking about everybody that's saying they like who don't have a shard and who does.
I mean, I'm trusting you guys. I mean, I believe in you guys, just like you guys trust us.
It's probably somebody taking
all their showers. Have a USA shard.
There's probably somebody taking all their showers down off their Instagram real quick, hiding it, archiving that joint.
Facts. That's freaking hilarious.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, there's not too many people on the list yet. There's 33 watching. Excuse me. There should be more people on here who do not have Series 1. What's up, Kari? Did you just join? Did you see some of the news? I don't want anybody to.
Yo, Kari, facts. I mean, this community is growing, man. We appreciate y'all. Dylan, I didn't even tell you this. I watched one of our first episodes the other day, bro, and we've came a long way. We've came a long way. The content was still good, but we've built the aesthetic of a podcast.
That is true.
We are officially there. But what we were talking about since day one was still very important.
You almost bought your first one, Smoked Out Turtle. Which one were you trying to buy?
This one. Yeah. Listen. Once you win the card, it's free game. Whatever you do with it, we don't listen. It is what it is.
This is a hobby, right? So sometimes people give you stuff. Sometimes you get a trade, and sometimes things come into your collection and go. Like I've had friends like give me things before, and then it just made sense to trade it later on. That's just how the game is, guys. So no hard feelings. If you win something and you get to see the shard, that's what matters, right? You get to see how beautiful it is. If you want to give it away, sell it, trade for it, and do what you got to do.
So it is 11 o'clock, bro.
Okay, let me take this off the screen here.
Yeah. So okay, yeah. I don't even have an introduction for this. This is
gonna be crazy.
This is major. So once y'all see the face, y'all know what it's probably gonna deal around. But we're gonna let him tell the story, introduce it. We'll make sure that he can see the comments. He'll be responding to the comments. Everything goes towards him.
Is it just one person coming on, or is both coming on?
We thought both was gonna come on, but we can. It seems like it's just gonna be one. Would have been nice to have both, but either way, it just do. So, without further ado, Wayne Van Pelt. What's up, bro?
How you guys doing?
I'm gonna post in the Facebook group one more time to get more people into here because this is going to be major information.
Yeah. So this is while Dylan is sending that out, this is coming off of, obviously I seen the interview, you've seen a major trade that happened, but it seems like the news on prototypes just does not stop at this moment. So when Dylan tells me that he's set with sending out that message, we can get right into it.
All right, I just posted in the Facebook group saying major news, get in here. So it's all you.
All right, Wayne, this is your floor. This is for you.
No,
Let it fly.
And I'm gonna try to pull up some of these images.
I thought I had a co-pilot today, but I guess I'm on my own.
That's the worst. I've done that to Rob a couple of times.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so yeah, this week something came up and prototype surfaced in the wild. This is the first time this has happened since I found the ones that I acquired.
Yeah.
There is actually a member in the group that found these, a new member that kind of showed up, and he's trying to figure out what's going on with them. So we're going through the whole backstory and everything right now. We're trying to find out what's what, trying to make sure everything's real. He's trying to get his authentication and whatnot going. But the real interesting thing is these are not USA print prototypes. They are printed in Italy.
Y'all heard that right.
so yeah, that's right. These are printed in Italy, not the USA. So all you guys in the UK are about to go on a treasure hunt. The more you hear it, the more you're going to realize what's going on, and I think it's going to be a treasure hunt over there right now. And by all rights, it probably should be. So to start, I guess we had a guy show up asking questions about a card, and he was trying to get a picture out there with the card number 300. Yeehaw! There we go. There she is. Now, I never possessed that card myself. You guys can see it's got the Silhouette logo on it. The back of the card does show printed in Italy. There we go. Yep. So this is something new coming up that we haven't run into yet, which I think is pretty cool, actually. I think this is going to be a really good thing in a lot of ways. For one, and again, he's still trying to get verification. Now, before I go into all that, I had a chance to look at all these cards and see what he had, looking into it mainly for the purpose that we didn't have a bunch of proxies popping up, because all of a sudden, Dylan and Rob did
right
shows
after the interview, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this just happened just this weekend. So this literally just happened. So we're talking like the week after, you guys did the interview, and then we started getting some big trades going and stuff. Then all of a sudden these showed up. So we want to make sure that what's going on is legit before it just goes out there. And not only that, it looks like the guy that had him, his name is Thomas, and he's okay with you guys knowing who he is now. He's good with that. But we want to make sure, because of the way he came in, Thomas Martin, that's the group member that's holding these cards right now. And he's located in France. So that's another reason why I'm on here. He doesn't really speak English, so everything I've been talking to him about's been through Messenger. Otherwise, he'd be the one on here telling you the story right now, to be completely honest with you. But the only reason I am is because I do it. Now, I have to say, and there's Steel Sight too, guys. I never possessed that card either.
Sight, bro.
Can I interject real quick? I asked Wayne, and he confirmed this. So we think, I think, me personally, think these are completely real. And one of the things is because Wayne has the prototype checklist. And on that checklist was Yeehaw number 300, which he does not own. And that was this Yeehaw 300 was on here. And like you said, this was another one that is on the checklist, right?
Yeah.
And you do not own, right?
Well, correct.
And so that makes me believe, like, if someone was faking these, like, they had to been like on their A game. Right. And I don't know how they would have done that. So Italy should be rejoicing right now that it got some history here.
Yeah. And I looked into everything that I saw, and I had a chance to see everything, and everything I see looks correct. the variations that are there, things that were left out on some of the cards, some of the subtle changes that were done. Everything is really 100% in line with what was done with the USA cards. So I'm feeling good as far as all the image files that were used were the right ones. Another reason why things didn't come out right away too was this guy that come up with them, Thomas. He didn't know what he had. So there was kind of a concern there, like what's about to happen to this guy when he drops these cards, and so that's where my co-pilot was supposed to step in here and kind of help explain that part, because it was supposed to be Dan Roa, the administrator of the group, because Dan kind of handled this too and looked into it. You know, Dan, he feels obviously it's part of his job, look out for the community as well. So he had a hand in looking into all this, trying to see what was what. And it just got to the point now where we think that, you know, what we're seeing is good. He's still trying to get his authentication. He is in contact with Panini. He's got emails out there. He's waiting to hear back from them to see if they'll acknowledge printing them, which then now that brings up a whole nother situation, a whole nother thing that I think is a really good thing here. If you know, I think Panini, when I talked to them and they told me these were not intended for release, I think they might have been trying to save a little face, because it doesn't make sense to me that Italy would have went as far as to making printing plates for their printing machines for a set that wasn't supposed to go out. So now I'm really inclined to believe that these were actually supposed to be the original set, and they got halted on the press. Epic shut them down and made changes. It's a lot to go through to change printing plates and create all new setups to print the way that these cards are printed. It's not like they just go through a printer like we use. They actually use plates just like sports cards. It's the same thing, and they use like a 5-color magenta, you know, palette. So there's kind of it's a unique printing process. So for me to believe that Italy did it too, really makes me think this was the first set. You know, not where they weren't just prototypes. These were actually supposed to be released, and then they just shut them down, never did. So that's a kind of a personal feeling I have. I don't have any, obviously, nobody backing that, but just from what I know and what I've seen, that's where I'm standing on it now. But as long as all this checks out too, this gives more great provenance to the whole story behind, you know, these being made by Panini, especially if Panini Italy did them. And we all know they kind of have a different set of rules over there. So I'm hoping that they're more inclined to just respond with an email saying, yeah, we made them. So that's really what we're looking for right now. His backstory is different than mine. Obviously, I know that Panini America, they're pretty strict on their policies. Employees are not to be just walking out the door with anything. Really, that's a big no-no there. And the way mine were acquired at an estate sale has always been a little suspicious as to what happened to that employee and how they even managed to sell them. But this particular situation, these were purchased on an open market just this last October on a marketplace, an online marketplace. So it's not like these were purchased in a private sale. They were put out there in the open and bought, and they were in packs. So Thomas bought a group of packs. There we go. And you can see these packs are different from released packs. The one thing you can see circled there is that stamp on the back of the packs that's notarizing like the paper used and whatnot was not on the regular release packs. And then you can see that where they seal the foil on the top and the bottom of the pack is blue chrome all the way up. And our release packs had the silver chrome at the top and the bottom. So these packs were definitely different than the regular release packs. So anybody in the UK right now that can find a pack like that with all blue chrome, I would suggest you do not open it if you can find them. The seller that he bought these from also stated that they are a Panini employee from Panini, Italy. So this is something they stated in an email and stood by it. mainly because when Thomas had bought these and the Panini Italy employee that sold them to him, they butted heads because he opened the cards and thought that they were fake. So and that's what he responded with was yeehaw, and he wanted to know. He was asking them about cards that weren't supposed to be in the set because Lux was supposed to be 300. So he basically called the seller out as a scammer, and the seller replied with, "I didn't sell you those cards. Everything I sell is authentic." So I'm led to believe that the seller actually did not know what these were either, but yet still claimed to be a Panini employee, which is it's possible. I'm not, at this point. How and then they also had claimed that they were allowed to take these packs and it was okay. So how much was truth there? We don't know. We are still trying to find some of that out, but we don't know how many more of these packs were sold on that marketplace in Italy, France, anywhere throughout Europe. They could be right now. We don't know. Nobody else has surfaced with any, but there very well could be these packs or lots of open cards right now that have these Italy print prototypes in there. So I'm where I stand is I honestly think that there's a good chance we're going to see some more of these surface just because of the backstory and how this happened and what the facts were. The seller claimed to have sold a lot in the past and has never had a problem. So that really leads me to believe that somebody else could have very well got these. And we're trying to find out if this is the only lot that they had, and see how that comes out. So, what's he got going? He says,
so he's saying that the logo here that you circled, I believe, is only printed in the USA.
Okay.
So he's thinking that these were shipped out. So that would track, if that's true, that would track that both Brazil and Italy received these packs from Panini America, said, hey, when you release these, they need to look like this. It could be like a QC kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it got pulled back.
Right. Yeah, that could be.
That could be why they got sent out.
I don't know if Panini America, though, would have the printed in Italy plates set for the back of the cards. If they would go that far to do that and print them and then send the finished cards over there, because that's like a declaration for import and export reasons that they have to declare where the product was made and licensing. So that I guess could be a little subjective right now. So we can still figure that out, but
Smoke Out Charlie says about to have a new giveaway in a couple months for anyone that doesn't have a prototype.
It doesn't have a prototype.
Prototypes or the new cracked ice?
Nah, there's not that many of them.
Yeah.
He only had like I think 46 or 48 packs. There's kind of there's a little loss in translation. Everything's translated through Messenger too, so he doesn't speak English, so everything's being handled through Messenger. So we can't actually talk and have a conversation about it to clear the air on everything. But right now it's coming down to like 46 or 48 packs. He's got like 120 loading screens and checklist cards, in combination. I think he only had like 6 checklist cards. The rest were loading screens, and then the character cards that he's got for the unreleased type skins, he's got 1 or 2 of, and that's it. So he doesn't really have like a large number of these, but so the way this is all panning out, the community, now that they know about it, everybody's about this stuff. They know who Thomas is. Everybody's gonna be checking him out. Those who start trying to hit him up on the ground level of this thing, he is still trying to get his authentication. Now I don't know how he's going to handle this. If he's letting any go, or if he's going to sit on them, wait until he gets all his stuff in order. Like I personally waited until I was 100% on everything, had my authentication done, had the forensic test done, just to make sure that the printing plates, everything was right. Whether he does that or not, I don't know. I mean, that's really up to him. But again, then if anybody's in the buyer's market on them, trying to get in on them while they're early and fresh, and
they said I'll learn French now.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's going to try to learn French. Everybody's going to be on the UK marketplaces tonight, just like crunching and grinding right now, trying to find these things. But
Italy's about to have a come up.
yeah,
Everyone's about to be buying
it's
Italy
cool.
megas.
Yeah,
it's
gonna
pronounced
create some
moist
buzz.
A.
Yeah, and we always knew there was a chance they would surface somewhere. There was always that possibility. I never really thought that they would ever surface with printed in Italy on the back. Which
Right.
really I think is cool. It's going to give these UK guys too that are really diehard Italy collectors
Mm-hmm.
a piece of their own market. You know, they get to experience their own thing over there right now. And Thomas lives in France, so
Yeah.
I mean, I really the guys over there I think are the ones that are going to really be hammering on him the most right now. But I think again, you just got to take into account he hasn't got his authentication on anything yet, and with the backstory and the way this happened, I'm going to say there's probably a good chance that something else is going to surface.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm going to say it's somebody that doesn't even know they have them if they have them.
Yeah.
It's some kid like so. Now we're going to run into the Renegade Raider out of the toy box story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like the Black Knight Cracked Ice that come out. You know the 1 in the 5 or whatever, where some kid had it and it's going to come out all bent up, crunched up. But you know, we may run into that situation over there, which again, it's going to be cool. You know, it'll give everybody something to fight over, and you know, at least we know what they are now. You know, so that kind of helps him. He gets the ride off of the 3 years I spent doing all this.
Where you did all the work for him.
He comes across the golden egg in the over there in France, and he gets the, you know. So even though he doesn't have authentication, those that already know what's going on with it are aware. So,
so it's my understanding that he opened all the packs that he got, right?
Yes.
Yes, that was our understanding, and it's our understanding that he has no more. The seller who originally sold to Thomas said that he did not have any more. Those were all that he had.
Yes.
Correct? Yeah.
Yes.
So, no, it is possible that, like, this is the only set. Like, maybe they found a box in the corner of the factory, and that was the prototype box, and no one knew it. Who knows?
That could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't really know as far as any of that goes right now. So...
I think I mean and like Wayne is saying, and obviously us, just be careful.
Be careful.
I mean, be careful. Like, you know, the amount of work that Wayne, you know, put in to get these authenticated and things like that. We will hope that somehow, some way he can do the same thing. And obviously that's the process that's happening now, but do not just be careful. just you know, just make sure you're thinking level-headed. But this is just news that we just had to make sure y'all
right. And I explained that to Thomas as well, guys. So here's my thing. Like everything
Thomas is in here, by the way.
Yeah, anybody that I was dealing with prior to this weekend on stuff, I kind of kept my stuff going. But anybody that's approached me since I knew what was going on with these, I kind of put everything on ice until this story come out, just so everybody knows what's going on. But because I was involved with it. And the only reason I was involved with it, I think, is because Dan knew that by me looking at them, I was going to have more insight on them than anybody else, especially on a lot of really small details. And at the same time, I didn't want Thomas to get thrown to the wolves. If he really didn't know what he had, and he claimed he didn't know what he had, he needed to know what he had. You know, in all fairness, guys, like, you know what I mean? He needed to know what he had. So... that was what I did, was talk to him. And I'm gonna tell you the first thing I told Thomas was go back to the guy you bought him from and buy everything he has. That was the first bit of advice that I gave him. And then I asked him not to talk about him until we could find out what was going on with him and get the whole story. And one thing I was worried about, and I told them, before anybody knows you have these, you need to know what you have. You need to come up with a population on, because that's going to be the big question. What do you have? Okay. And what you don't want to have happen is say, I have 40 cards. And then next week, oh, these ones were prototypes too. Now I have 100 cards. Now, wait, now the 1 through 200 I left at my dad's house. Now I got 240 cards. So what we did was made sure he accounted for all of his cards, got everything together, so he knows actually what he has. And now he knows what he has. He knows what he's got. He knows how many of each, right down to his loading screens and checklists and the whole nine, because he did disregard all the 1 through 200 cards because he didn't know that they were different, really. He just thought that the cards that weren't in the set, like Renegade Raider or Yeehaw, were the different cards. And really, obviously, anything bearing that logo came off of that print. So those are them all needed to be cut together. So we had to go through like 3,000 cards to pull back a bunch of cards that he didn't even realize belonged with these. So that was, and that's why I'm really glad I had a chance to talk to him before this stuff come out and help him get organized. And I gave him some values, what I thought. It was all my personal opinion based on his situation, his story, and that's still, and I told him that's really if he can get authentication on them, something that says from Panini, yes, we did that, yes, we made them, anything. The fact that the USA ones have already been verified and authenticated is really going to help him on that. And some of the stuff you guys talked about earlier with a possible pause in between licensing agreements right now, Panini Italy might be a little more loose about saying, oh, yeah, we had them, which for him would be great. Like he's getting the easy ticket on this thing. I had to go corner him and at the national to do mine, like literally back him into a corner to get him to talk. So yeah, it's a big thing, and I haven't really had time to address anybody's comments because I figured I better get through this story first. But so that's kind of where we're at right now with it. They do exist; they are out there. He's trying to get his stuff figured out right now. I know a lot of guys are going to hit him up now, knowing who he is, and he's okay with you guys knowing who he is. He's excited about this. He does want to let some go to the group. He found a golden goose. He wants to cash in a little bit on it. Can't say I blame him. He went from thinking he got scammed to finding out he's got something rare. I think it's really cool. I know what he's feeling because I went through it too. So how he handles it, and I told him this the whole time. However he decides to handle his cards is totally up to him. All I was doing was trying to make sure that he had the best opportunity to do what he was going to do without being taken advantage of. And I don't want to say guys are just going to take advantage of him, but he even with the situation he's got going, guys are going to lowball him. And I did tell him that because of his situation too, his prices are going to be, his values are going to be lower right now. And I explained the longer he holds them, and if nothing shows up, the higher his values are going to go. And if he's holding them and more do show up, I tried giving him some of the rock bottom prices, like where if they were mine and that was my situation, if I came across them, I probably wouldn't go any lower than some of the stuff I told him. What he does is up to him. I just tried giving him some fair, honest, unbiased advice. And again, I think this is awesome. I think really it just adds more to the story. And like I said, it gives all the Italy collectors a chance to get a hold of this stuff. And it's just something cool that showed up and something new. And hopefully these guys all get a piece.
So Wayne, you have the floor right now. If y'all have any questions, now Wayne is taking taking the questions, taking the floor. Obviously, Thomas is in here, and anything else, but
and not just on these, like USA prototypes. If you've had any questions about prototypes that when you watch the interview, we have Wayne here now. So like, if you have any questions, feel free to throw them out there.
Yeah, because if everybody starts sending me private messages asking me questions about this, I'm not gonna be able to type my way out of it. If you guys think that I type bad now, wait till I got to start answering all this stuff through Messenger. My thumbs can't handle it.
When this first came out, it was like we had to do a phone call because people were like, no one wanted to send me a message and be like, explain all this. Like, we got to do it on the live. We have to just like voice this out there. A post is not enough.
Definitely not enough.
Right.
This one.
So yeah.
So, while people are writing their questions, let me see. While people are writing their questions, I'm going to share this screen. If you guys have not entered into this,
JT asked a good question here.
Yeah.
There you go. He asked me what company I used to authenticate the ink and stuff on my proto cards. I used Barbie and Associates. It's a company out of Illinois, and they do forensic document examination and microscopy. The guy's been doing it for over 30 years, pretty well respected, and I have a full report on all the test results and that he conducted, along with his full report on everything that he saw. So, and I really should make a post just for you guys if you ever really want to go and look at it for a reference again, because I do have it on a digital file now. So I might take that and do that and just drop the digital file for the prototype test results. So you could just go and look through them at any point in time you would ever want to and see what the report was, what was in it. And it did test, it looked at card stock, it looked at the printing plates, it looked at the ink, they did UV tests on the card stock, right down to the cutting methods and how they were die cut, the direction of the die cut, the way that the die cut the card. Like everything was consistent on mine. And the only difference on the printing plates was where they were modified for the Epic logo. Now, other than that, the printing plates were basically identical on the test that they did on mine. So it's kind of one of them deals.
Kari, I would guess that was a mistake. He asked why is Yeehaw legendary in the game. That might be why it got removed. That's probably a mistake because, I mean, you have to think a designer was putting this together and they were looking they were doing it in alphabetical order and they threw that up there and it was epic, not legendary. So that might be why it got taken down. That would just be a complete guess though.
Yep. They made other mistakes too. The burst assault rifle, they misprinted the back of that on the prototypes and called it the burst assault rifle gun, which and then the checklist reads burst assault rifle, not burst assault rifle gun. So they actually goofed that on the back of a weapon card. So there was a couple other errors that they made that, and I did ask Panini about the whistle, like why they took the whistle away, and all he would say is, I really can't say why Epic made the decisions they made. So at least that told me Panini didn't make the decision to remove the whistle. Epic did. So
I don't even know if that. I bet you it was to me it looked like a design flaw because I've worked with so many graphics and like so many. I feel like that was a mistake.
But they already had if the first print was the prototype, the whistle was on the printing plate. So why did they remove it? So they altered the plate to take it away.
I think it was a design file issue.
That could be. That very well could be.
When they went to make the change, they probably did that. It was probably had to do with layers or something in their file. Yeah. As a designer, like if you're working with 300 cards, front and back.
Yeah.
And it's so easy for and then you had to go back and change stuff.
Yeah.
And who knows, they might have been close to a tight deadline. And so it's just Fortnite. We're not going to pay that much attention. Yeah. I think the people who manage that do soccer. Like it wasn't like the big NBA ones, so it's just the entertainment cards. So I don't know if they paid that much attention to it.
I think Shardnock's on that too, or some of the guys that involved in the creative process. They weren't Fortnite guys and they weren't gamers. So there was stuff that they may have overlooked because they didn't have that knowledge. They were just trying to build the set and get the cards put together. So I could see that factoring in on some things.
And they're probably not used. Panini specifically is probably not as used to the cartoon designs. They normally use photos.
Yeah,
right.
So paying attention to those details of wait, his whistle's missing. Yeah, probably slipped right by them. Because they're not probably using just regular photos.
Right.
With some boxes overlaid over it.
Honestly, it was never brought up. That had never been brought up, noticed, or mentioned until I noticed it on the prototype that the whistle was there.
That was the craziest thing. When you posted that, how can people not believe this is wrong, right?
Yeah, because then it became apparent. It's like, oh my gosh, you can see the tether. And because I compared every single card, front and back, for any types of changes, even the smallest changes. I mean, detail, line for line. Because for one, I wanted to know what was variations and what was release versions, because that obviously would make a difference on the card. So I tried to be as accurate as I could when I went through everything, and it took so much time. But it was worth it. It was worth it in the long run. So, and then like we said, will there ever be a Brazil print that surfaces? We don't know. We don't know if they were allowed to do it. If they went through the same scenario Italy did. Maybe if Italy responds, it'll help shed some light on it. As this progresses. So
I believe you can maybe answer this too. Like, I
it's in
think
Texas.
I thought it was in Texas.
It is.
Yeah,
it's in Texas.
Wayne,
I
I
think
don't know
I've
if you
looked it
want to
up on a
expound
map
on.
before.
I don't know if you want to expound on this. He threw it out there, but you probably can't go too much detail into that one, right?
I don't even know if that's about prototypes.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily about the prototypes. Let's keep the questions.
I did. I left the only I left some details out because I just didn't want to throw out exact addresses and names. I guess.
Yeah.
That was all. But yeah, I actually started tracking down postal workers that should have been handling things and that would have been hands-on with my box, and started getting answers that way. And I had an investigation going that I started through Canada, and an investigation I had going through the United States. So then they were, any package like that, when it's scanned to be dropped off, I'll have a GPS coordinates on it. And that was going to be the last piece of the puzzle. And then by the time we got to that point, they showed back up in Chicago International. So we took it from there. So, but yeah, but the whole thing with what's going on now, I think that Thomas has got a good story. It's definitely a different story. But everybody has their own. So, his situation is a little different than mine, but I still think it's really cool. But he is trying to go about it the right way right now too. So if you guys start pressuring him, trying to get cards early on him, I don't know if he'll clam up on you or if how he's gonna handle his stuff. So random loading screen with multiple copies. Honestly, I've never sold any of my loading screens, and I have quite a few. And before this came up, I was going to send 3 of them to Tux Cards and have him go ahead and auction 3 loading screens off, so that the guys that aren't grabbing the big cards have a chance to get on something on the lower end of things, which would be the loading screens, but still prototypes. But now I'm just going to hold off, I think, because I'm working on getting slabs done. And I think I'm going to get everything put into slabs before I even I already warned him. I said, get ready. You're not going to sleep for at least a few days, bud, once this happens, because guys are going to be wanting to grab a hold of stuff while they can get it. They all learned their lesson the first time around. I actually put a lot of my stuff out cheaper, and as it's going up, and on some of the stuff. And I think a lot of guys that had the first opportunities are kind of regretting it now. And the guys that did get in early are smiling ear to ear, like they're loving it. So, so again, his situation is different than mine. And I didn't try to buy any cards off of him. I didn't try anything like that. I literally was just giving him 100% honest information. I did let him know there's a couple cards I might be interested in, but not until after everybody knows what's going on. Because if somebody approaches him on a card I might be interested in, hey, then it's open to everybody. This is not some this was more of a protection thing at first. Like, let's make sure that these are looking like they're good to go first, before we just let them fly out in the open and create absolute chaos. But at least now he's got the answers to the questions that are going to be asked, which is kind of important, because before he honestly didn't, and he needed a little guidance. So I'm glad I got to help him out with that and give him a little perspective on things, because like I said, he only gets one shot at this. So, whether any more show up or not, we don't know. Hopefully he can get some answers from Panini Italy soon. The email was sent Monday or this weekend. I was really fast to push the email to them. Like really fast. Like, that's immediately the first step. Contact Panini, try to get them to, authenticate whatever, or at least acknowledge it. That would be the easy way out, if you can get it done now that you can say this has already happened. So that's a good thing.
So just to recap real quick for everybody, if you don't remember, if you're looking and hunting for these, we recommend looking for the blue border, not the silver border. So if you look at my screen here, this is silver, that one's blue. You can see that. So that's how you'll find an Italy prototype, possibly. And then if you're looking at raw cards, look for the logo Make sure the inside of it is transparent.
Yeah, make sure it's got that silhouette logo on it.
This is
and honestly, the best thing that can happen for this whole situation is that anything that's out there that can surfaces earlier rather than later. You know, if there's anything out there and these guys can find it, find them, get whatever you can get. You know,
honestly, over here trying to spray paint packs to up and then sell them for a buck. So don't buy anything from JT. Just you know. I mean, so you said not to open the packs. If I found these packs, I
do not open them. Do not. And I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain why right now. I'm going to explain why, and this is very important because when I realized this and the concept sat in, my stomach sank.
Yep.
Right? And I asked him, "Do you have a Black Knight prototype?" And he said, "No, I don't."
The pack's sealed. I don't know.
And if that pack is closed, it has a Black Knight and a Renegade Raider in it until you open that pack.
I say the Renegade Raider prototype's way better than Black Knight.
Well, the only reason I say Black Knight is because Black Knight is such a big chase card, but there isn't one right now.
Yeah.
And because of that, I think that his value would be very high.
Yeah,
you know, I think it would be very high.
Oh, yeah. Regardless
then I'd say it would be right up there in the top 4 with Renegade, Aerial Assault Trooper. I think Recon Expert's a really big one. She was, and when they re-released her, boy, she got hot. You couldn't go in a lobby, like 50% of the lobby was all her. That's not going to be forgotten, you know?
Yeah.
But Black Knight would be right up there with them. So that would put another really big key player in prototypes. So
yeah, but Butcher trolling said what's the name has prototypes.
Who, Dooley? We got Dooley types. He's got
man. No, but you know, back to that Black Knight thing. My heart sinks to my stomach thinking about somebody having a complete set, including a Black Knight prototype. Like, could you imagine what that would look? That's insane to even think about. Like, that would be crazy. That would
I know because I have sets like that.
Yeah,
exactly. I've got one that actually I have the holofoil and the base card of a variation on an unreleased epic card of I wish it would have been a bigger character, but still, I've got all the USA, the Italy, the Brazil, and 2 prototypes. But you know, another cool thing Thomas does have that I do not have, he has a holofoil of an unreleased character. One. He only has 2 holos. I had 10 holos, but he has a brawler holofoil.
Yep, I saw that. I put that on the screen.
Oh
earlier.
yeah, the brawler. Yeah.
And I didn't have any of the unreleased skins in holo version. I did have a Ghoul Trooper holofoil, but she's no longer with me as of this last week. So she's gone to a collector. Unfortunately, I don't want to start crying, but I'll regret it someday. But...
Wayne, I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe you did that one. That was one I was like, yo,
that's the one that hurt me. But you know, just like when I heard that news,
should I say how much I got for her?
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right. So the Ghoul Trooper prototype holo sold at 30,000. Wow. No trade. Straight 30K on her. Yeah.
Wow.
So when I heard that sold, you know, I was like, damn it, I'll never be able to buy that card. But it's kind of like those like $1 million houses you see. Whenever they sell, you're like, shit, I can't buy that house. That house I was never gonna buy. Yeah. That's how that Ghoul holo went for me.
Yeah, the collector's gonna stay anonymous on that one, but that was 100% legit. So
yeah,
you know, and that was you know, what do you do? You know, when it gets to that point, somebody really wants it that bad. Like, what do you do? This early too, it's still, I feel like I should have just sat on her, but if I don't ever let any of them go and they don't start circulating to you guys out there, then you know, I'm just going to squander it, or you know, and I don't think that's really right either.
Yeah,
there are some I'm not going to let go, obviously, but there was only 10 holofoils that I had. So,
well, I mean, I know where you're coming from, because I mean, this is such a smaller scale. But when I got my Renegade Raider Reloaded 10, I told Rob, I told Randy, I was like, I'm not selling this, even if they offer me like $1,500. And the first offer, hey, look, man, I'll give you $1,000 without me saying anything. I'll give it. I was like, dang,
right. I know.
Okay, let's do it. But it's like when you see the cash and it's like, okay,
it's real.
It's different, right? So even though you know it has potential, It's like a really good offer is a really good offer.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe he
That's
doesn't want
very
his wife
listen.
to know. I can tell you when my wife found out about me negotiating that one, she was probably gonna get a little upset if I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
I
was at
feel
that kind of at that point. She's like, "Really, you're gonna just turn that down like nothing?" And I'm like, "Well, you know." But
That's how my wife would be. She'd be like, "You're selling that. You're selling that."
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, although don't get me wrong, the Ghoul Trooper is a top tier prototype card, but with having the Renegade in your collection, it's just kind of like everything else is just a bonus at that point.
I
With
know.
Aerial Assault Trooper, everything else is a
the thing.
bonus.
My big three, like
yeah.
when I really sit back and focus on it and realize that I got them big three, that's to me is like if I let the Ghoul Hollow go, or if I let a Bright Bomber, Dark Bomber go, some of the, and I still got some of the other beggar ones. I'm still sitting
on. I don't care what you do with any of the cards, as long as you keep Renegade Raider, you're fine.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Renegade, Aerial, and Recon, like all three of them.
Yeah,
are like
but for me, Renegade Raider is just on a whole nother level. That's just so freaking crazy.
Yeah, for me to come off of them, it's going to take a phone call from Dubai. All right, bring the briefcase.
It's like they're gonna fly you on a jet out to Dubai.
Yeah, right.
We'll give you a Logan Paul presentation for that one.
They're gonna be like, "Which jet color do you want?
I'm working on getting my bezel and chain made for her."
There you go, yo. Come on.
No, I really am. I went to a jeweler this week and talked to him about it. So, and I'm trying to get it negotiated. I'm going to do the pure silver thing though, because I'm kind of a silver guy more than anything.
Yeah.
And so I'm working on getting that made to get her in a slab, and so she's ready for July. So everybody can look at me kind of funny when I'm walking around at the National.
There you go.
I'll give him something to talk about.
What if his wife wait, hold on. Anonymously, I can't say that fast. Y'all don't play with me. No. I got that. Nah. Anonymously bought it and flipped it for 50K.
I hope that's what happens.
Crazy.
I really hope that's the kind of stuff that happens. Which I do see it, because even when these guys do get stuff off me, like some of the stuff I say on the lower end, which you start pushing like $1,000 a card or more. The day they get them, they're like, this is $5,000, this is $15,000. Like that's the kind of prices they put on their stuff immediately. Like they're just like, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And if these guys flip some, that's really what the market kind of needs. It kind of needs enough of them out there that these guys can kind of, go after each other's stuff, buy, sell, trade, not just me. And that's another good thing with Thomas coming up with his cards. I think it opens up a little bigger avenue now where it's not just me. It's not Wayne doing everything. You know what I mean? Now it's going to be Thomas. Now it's going to be the Italy. What's the Italy ones doing? And people are going to start flexing their Italy prototypes, and he's going to start flexing his stuff. And that's great. And that creates the buzz. It gets everybody going on some new stuff. This is better than season 4 coming out.
That's a fact.
What you said there about people buying it and then instantly listing it for like 5K. Like when I buy a card, I'm buying it because I think it's worth more than what the price is. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yes.
So that should happen all the time for any card. Like like for me, for like my go-to, like Aura, right? I bought my first 10 at $1,000 because I thought she was worth more than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay more. You know what I mean? So that's gonna happen. Ooh, you've got an interesting question coming up.
Shard, you gotta drop the question, Shard.
Oh, what is that?
He says he has a legit question if you want to take it here. That's like,
what's the legit question?
How does he know he wants to take it?
And if y'all don't know, this is Friday night, Shard, so I'm scared of what this question is.
Shard not can. He played a joke on me the other day, and I didn't even notice. Like I literally didn't notice. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed in the giveaway.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go there, but I didn't
go
notice
ahead,
until he told
drop
me.
it. What's the here we go.
If we don't get it though, y'all, it's because it's Friday night, Shard. I'm just letting y'all know that. Okay, he dropped it. Interesting.
I was considering putting some little ones out there. Like I kind of mentioned that earlier. Just because I wanted to let some of the smaller stuff out there for guys to get their hands on, but I haven't really considered putting a big one out there because I don't have I don't have like multiple big ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a hard time putting any of them out there on auction right now just because I don't want to let them go. That's my biggest thing is I don't want to part with them. Not
Yeah.
that I don't want to see what they're worth or make money. Like that's not the factor. It's the collector part of me wanting to hold them still and not let them go. They have a lot of significance to me. I've been through a lot with them, and and I'm not kidding you. Some of that stuff has been hard to hold on to
Mm-hmm.
because I've had some offers and I've had some rather big offers, a lot of stuff, and it's just not wanting to part with it.
Yeah.
But I can see it coming here, probably not too far off, where I may throw something up on auction just to let everybody kind of hit it like piranhas, I guess,
Yeah.
because I know there's actually dozens of guys out there wanting to get a piece, and and some of the stuff it's like, you know, I'll consider some things, but like, again, some of that stuff I just don't want to let go because I
Yeah.
just don't,
Yeah.
especially when it's like Randy got me on some stuff because I let go of a few cards that he was hardcore. Like I don't have any more of them,
Yeah.
So that was like the first time I did a deal like that. So it was like prying them from my hands.
Can
But again,
I mean,
Yeah.
if
I gotta
anyone's
let
gonna
them
do
out
that,
there.
it's gonna be him. He's
But
such a hardcore
he's
collector of
hardcore.
Fortnite.
Yeah,
So like he's like, if anyone's gonna get it, it's like I'm not surprised that he did because he goes to bat for these collectibles. He
oh
really
yeah,
does.
I know. And that's
Um,
good. And that's where these belong. A lot of them, But there are going to be some guys like I had a group member get like 4 cards from me
Mm-hmm.
last week,
mhm.
and I didn't even want to do that, and he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to just wipe me out of my dynamos and nogops.
Oh
You
yeah,
Yeah.
know,
we mentioned him last week. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, and he had the chance to do it, and he backed off, and he went back and forth a little bit. And I left it open to him, and then when he made his decision, he decided to get 2 of each, and he left a couple on the table, and then he's already on me. Hey, can I get
Yeah.
them other 2? And I'm like, well, now I kind of really just want to chill,
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, dang, it's kind of a missed opportunity. Then it's like,
Mm-hmm.
But had he had them, I think a couple of them would have left him kind of early out to others, where somebody else was doing
Right.
Yeah,
the
because
deals.
I think he said he got one for each of his kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that would make sense.
And then he
Yeah.
realized he didn't have one to let go at that point,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's like, I should have grabbed him. I'd have had, 2 cards I could have let go of, and did his thing with. But, what do you do?
The twofold part of this I think is interesting. I don't because eBay started doing this thing where they authenticate cards over a
Mm-hmm.
certain price, and
Yeah.
I don't know how good their authentication is.
Yeah, I
I
don't think it's
doubt it's very
actually
good.
authentication. It's not necessarily authentication.
Yeah,
So I
they just check the
contacted,
listing, right?
yeah, I checked. I contacted CGC about this, and they actually referred me back to the policy. So I went and read the wording on the policy. And the way it really plays out is I think what they're doing is making sure that the card you're listing
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
is legitimately the card you're sending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was so much going on where guys were sending the wrong cards, or they were, shorting people on cards. They're saying, oh, this wasn't the card you had in the picture. So now they're verifying, because they have the reputation of, authenticators, that
Yeah.
they're making sure the card you're saying you're selling is the card you're sending.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily that they're authenticating it. So I think that's more of the lines of what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's what JT is confirming too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's pretty much the way it was kind of laid out to me too. So
Yeah.
yeah, if prototype sells on eBay, as long as you're legitimately sending that card, they're gonna do that. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is this Honus Wagner thing was a major aspect of that too. The Honus Wagner, from my understanding, was in the tobacco cigarette boxes, and he
yeah,
didn't want to be connected with that, so they had to pull the card, and then the people that had the card, that's what made that level
yes,
of a grill, the T206. So
right.
stories like that happen all the time, and
Yeah, it does happen.
even in that instance, if you look at the comment section and the debates that happened over time, even back then, the conversations was a lot different than the acceptance that it has now. And
Right.
that's just kind of the way it folds out. You kind of have to understand exactly what you're looking at, and the more information that's out there, the more comfortable people will be. And then at the same time, it's like you either know or you don't. So kind of got to take it how you feel.
All right.
Right.
Well, We're running up on 10 minutes. Wayne, this has been great, man.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you so much for like coming on and explaining this to the community. Giving another chase while we're waiting on Series 4. Now we have another chase for Italy prototypes.
Yeah.
So this was really great, and we appreciate all your knowledge on this because we know you put a lot of work into it.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah. And
all right, and we're going to start doing this giveaway. We got 10 minutes.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw this up on here.
And while Dylan's doing that, Thomas, good luck. I'm gonna just throw that out there and let's get to it.
Did anybody else want to throw their name up here real quick? Because we're going to be doing this giveaway. For anyone who has never had a Series 1 USA Shard, if you haven't, we have 33 people watching. Please hit subscribe. Come on here and put your name on the block besides JT, because I know that man's got some shards. Let's go. Anybody? We got 8 people. I know there's more than that. I saw like 30 people in the Facebook group. They're going to be sad they didn't join.
Let me see. Let me just double. Which one is this for, Dylan?
This is for the USA Shard.
Let me see it. Just make sure.
Make sure we're not missing anybody.
You got the Dirty Dan dude from.
I did not get a Dirty Dan. I don't think
that's from. Yeah, that's from Instagram.
They subscribe.
Yep. He sent me the screenshot. We got you, bro. Let me make sure. I'm gonna just double check one more time.
Yeah, you're welcome, aka Bog. If you guys haven't gotten those comment cards, like I said, mine are listed higher than what I bought them for. So I don't know how long till the seller, whoever has them, starts increasing the price. Got on there. Look, I don't plan to sell them for less than I posted them for them.
Oh wait. Oh, that's okay. I forgot Instagram names. That's Daniel. So we can take that out.
Okay.
And making sure.
Smoked out turtle.
Perfect. All right.
And you guys, if you win, you're gonna be reaching out to Rob. Okay. Yep. You want to tell him where you can reach him out to, because he has the cards, not me.
Yep. R3 Rips right under here. It's in my Instagram name, or if you know me on Facebook, and you can do that as well. Either one, whatever one you're comfortable with.
So while this is running, Kari, those DC cards you can search. So mine, let me post it back up here if I can. Let me see if I can find them again. So there is a sale that's selling boxes, Kari, and each box comes with anywhere between like 2 to 4 of these. So a single box I've seen listed as much as 50, but if you buy multiple boxes, you can get it as low as like 24 a box. Let me see if I can find it. My eBay purchases.
This is not my troll account, by the way. This is my dad. You can call me Robert. Yo, drop it in the chat.
Let me see if I can find this. I'm gonna copy and paste this. You can use this to search. Kari, I'll post this here again. So it's DKV Peru. DC is what you can search for. I changed mine to 0 point cracked ice. So that's what mine are gonna be listed as. But you should be able to find some from the boxes. I have no idea how many there are. Yo, look at Famous come out of nowhere for his first USA Shard.
Famous, let's go.
He deserves it too, because he be making those cool outfits and stuff and been showing up.
Famous, hit me up, bro. Wow, dude, y'all really gonna do this? Yo, so listen, nah, we're not doing this because y'all gonna troll me with this. Yo, it's Rob, yo. You know what I mean? Robert is weird. That's my dad.
At least he didn't enter into the competition here.
Famous, let's go, bro. That's a W. Your first shard. I'm telling you, bro, this drink gonna hit different. We're not lying about that. USA shards hit different, 100%. Italy and Brazil is amazing, but when you see them USA shards, it's just a little bit different.
AKA Bog says when he searched 2022 Peru Batman Fortnite cards, they popped up.
There you go. Okay, yeah, you gotta get creative with it.
Like I said, mine. I think they're gonna start loading as like cracked ice. So once we get that name going, I think some gonna start popping up like that. But for now, you really have to search like Peru Batman. That's like the main. That's like the main search for it.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go, Famous.
Let's go, man. I'm excited for you, bro. I really am.
And it's great too. What's the grade on that?
PSA 9.
PSA 9 USA Shard. Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. So now we have the Peely. How are you giving that one away?
This is just, we can do duck race as well. This is just anybody that's subscribed, and obviously this is pretty much the whole chat, so we good on that one.
I will say we're gonna have to start coming with some questions because I keep getting messages.
You see, now this is real. You wild, bro.
No,
come up with questions, and they be
no,
like,
no.
"See, I just wanted to do the duck race last week."
You didn't let me finish. You interrupted. I love the duck race. I was just saying, I got messages from people saying they love the questions.
Yeah,
people keep saying they love the questions. They said they like the questions. I like the duck race.
Yeah, like,
personally, so I'll do another duck race. I'm just saying.
We could, your turn to come up with a question. If you want to do that, we could do the duck race. We could do a question, whatever you want to do. It is a PSA 10 base Pilly, and if you know anything about Series 1,
okay,
y'all know about
I got a question. See, I got a question.
Dylan, we're gonna have to just start like writing them out through the week, bro. Like the questions, just have them locked and loaded.
Facts, we really do. Okay, I'm going to. Let me see. This one's gonna be like you guys have to search. So, AKA Bob was just telling you guys how to search for these Peru cards, right? So, I want you guys to find out what card number this is. What's the card number on the back of this card?
Ah, that's a good one.
What's the card number?
That will help them find it too.
I'll show you the back without. Oh, did I do it? No, I'm good. I'm hiding it with my finger. Whoever gets the card number wins the Peely.
Did somebody get it? Did somebody get it?
Let me go. Look. Not yet. Nobody's gotten it yet.
Nobody's got it yet.
So if you want to win, you got to find out what card number this is.
Somebody got it.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Yep.
Let me look. Yo, he's on. Oh man,
wait. Coming through.
Wait, but that wasn't his first one though.
Does it have to be your first one, or do you have to? It's only one guess.
It has to be. It has to be, because otherwise you can just like spam it. It's gotta be your first. It's gotta be your first.
I don't know if we're gonna get somebody that's gonna do that. Let's see. I think everybody.
They spamming like, hey, it has to be your first one. Let me see. Freaking Western says 69.
99. Nope. Issue 2. Nope.
I know people searching. I know y'all want that. Yes, it's 0 point number 2.
Somebody got to get it. Lane said he got it. Let's see.
Let me go back up and look. Nope. Well, wait. He did. Where's his first one?
I know that's the one I'm looking for. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. No. Wait.
No. No.
But okay. Let's see.
Man, guys, it was a quick search. Western, what's the big news? Are you serious? We're gonna post in the Facebook group. Italy prototypes have been found. Italy prototypes. That was the big news. Besides, I'm gonna throw these up again. Besides these cards. Nope, that's not it. That's not it, guys.
Nope. Nobody got it.
I'm gonna have to give it to that one person. It can't be that hard. But maybe everyone's already.
It's not easy to find though. I mean, like obviously, people looking. Maybe you should look in sold. Yeah, probably should look in sold.
You probably should look in sold, yeah.
Sold
it has to be their first one. Nope. I might have to give it to him.
Oh man.
Sorry, the question was
Friday Night
card,
Shard.
what's the number? What number is this card? All right, AKA Bog said a number. Let me see if that's his first.
Wait, Famous did too. Was that Famous first one?
Where did Famous say it? I think AKA Bog might have got it.
I mean, if issue 2 don't, AKA Bog said issue 2 earlier.
Yeah, he was asking if that's the card.
Yeah.
I think it's AKA Bog, right?
I think so.
Yep, I think AKA Bog's his first answer was 100, and that's what it is. And I'll remove this from the screen so y'all can see. I thought that was a pretty easy number. 100.
It's fresh. That was a good one because it's fresh. It's not as easy to find as
No, it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
Yeah. So it was a good question.
You can't see it.
See it here. Put it up there. Put it up there again.
Sorry, my camera's so blurry. Number 100.
Right. Yeah. Top left corner.
Yep. I mean, a lot of you guys got it. Y'all are spamming out numbers. 99, 98, 100.
Yeah, and so these but
I know, Daniel. I looked up. I thought Daniel got it, and then I looked. It wasn't your first one. You were so close. All right, so the Peely goes to AKA Bog. So hit up Rob
Yep.
Bog, and he'll get that shipped out to you guys.
Get those both to y'all. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yep. Yeah, you got it the second time. It was like, dang.
I was about to give it to you, Daniel. I was like 30 seconds away until someone finally got it. I was like, we might as well give it to somebody who actually guessed it. You were close though.
For sure.
All right, I appreciate everybody reaching out and coming and watching the show. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please like. Please watch more of our content. Anything else you add?
That was fun. Yeah, we have a lot of content coming out slowly but surely. Just stay tuned and keep it moving. Make sure you like and subscribe for this video. Please like the video, y'all. It helps us a lot. It really does. Like the video if you enjoyed it. That's just something that's a small thing that really does help us.
Come back next week for the next big reveal, which we haven't found yet.
Yeah, just give us a couple of days. We'll figure it out.
All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all next time.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.